We begin this hour with breaking news. A San Diego police SWAT standoff in Clairemont. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 4. I'm Heather Myers.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. It all started about 2 this afternoon near the 4300 block of Clairemont Mesa Boulevard in response to a report of a man with a gun in the area. And we just learned that a gunshot victim later showed up in front of a nearby post office.
All of this taking place near a church and a preschool with children present. News 8's Alicia Summers live on the scene with this breaking news alert. Alicia, what can you tell us?
Yeah, you can see it's still a very active scene out here. There is a huge law enforcement presence to this shooting that wounded at least one person. Take a look behind me. You can see dozens of patrol cars all parked up and down Clairemont Mesa Boulevard, as well as in the parking lot of Northminster Presbyterian Church. There's a preschool at that church as well. And that's why we think there's a massive police response here. We saw the children being escorted out earlier, but we don't know where the gunman is at this point. We have confirmed at least one gunshot victim showed up in front of the fire station here on Clairemont Drive right around 2 p.m. and was taken to Scripps Memorial. The San Diego Police SWAT team was called out to the shooting that reportedly happened at the apartment complex in the 43,200 block of Clairemont Mesa Boulevard off Cole Street. We're told with a man with a gun is possibly still in the area. We saw police negotiators walk by. There was a helicopter overhead looking as well, but the helicopter left a few minutes ago. Police have blocked off streets near Clairemont Drive and Cole Street, so you'll have to avoid the area. There is still a very large police presence here and what appears to be an active search after at least one person was shot this afternoon. We do have Chopper 8 overhead. We saw some SWAT officers on the roof here of the church. It appears they're still looking for someone. So we can't see that well from our vantage point, but possibly the chopper has a better vantage point, a bird's eye view of the scene. There is an ambulance in the area. We haven't seen much action. We haven't heard any announcements being made. Usually during a SWAT standoff, the control vehicle or a crisis negotiator calls out to a suspect, hold up inside wherever they may be, but we have not heard that yet. What you're looking at now is where the gunshot victim showed up. It's right near a post office. So early reports said that the gunshot victim showed up in front of a post office, but as you can see, there's a fire station and the press conference with the police lieutenant.
I'm the public information officer. Okay, here's what I can tell you as of right now. At about 1:55 this afternoon, we received multiple 911 calls regarding a shooting in the area of the 4300 block of Clairemont Mesa Boulevard. We had multiple officers respond to this location. We ended up locating one individual with apparent gunshot wounds. I don't know where the wounds were located. That person was contacted on the 5000 block of Clairemont Boulevard. Officers rendered aid. We called for paramedics. That male has been since taken to a local hospital, and my understanding he's undergoing surgery right now. I do not have any further on this condition. As officers are trying to figure out what was going on, multiple witnesses told us that there were two individuals with this victim, and that the males perhaps possibly had a firearm. Officers then began searching the area, and we did locate one male with a firearm. He has since been detained, and we are conducting an investigation to determine his involvement in this incident. What the officers were concerned about is that we knew of a preschool in the area. It's the Northminster Preschool located at 4324 Clairemont Mesa Boulevard. We knew that there was a kids on that property at school. So because of the concern of the kids, because of a possible another suspect in the area, we brought in additional resources, which was our SWAT team, to the area. Because it's such an expansive area, we had really no location, pinpoint location that we were looking at. Therefore, SWAT personnel came in to assist, again, to try to look in the area for a second possible suspect. I can tell you the kids are all safe. We made sure of that. The kids have all been taken to the Clairemont Lutheran Church located at 4271 Clairemont Mesa Boulevard. So if there's any parent out there that has a preschooler at that preschool, please understand your child is safe. There was no one was injured. They've been brought to that church, and you can reunite with your child at that church. Right now, We have detectives on scene. We're trying to determine if in fact there was a second suspect. We have conflicting information, and so we're doing the best we can to develop the information. If there is a second suspect, who is that person, and what is their involvement? And that is all I have at this time. I'm free to take any questions.
Where did the shooting actually happen?
We're trying to determine that right now. We know that the victim, witnesses are telling us that the victim walked for a little bit and collapsed on the 5,000 block of Clairemont, so we don't exactly know. Our detectives are going to determine that right now.
Lieutenant, who are they talking to in that house with the reason?
So that's one of the reasons why I asked you to pull back here. A sergeant came up to me on scene as I was about to give the press briefing, say, hey, Lieutenant, we're going to be looking at this house, and that's why I asked you to pull back. I do not know how this house is involved. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have his age, I don't have his race, I don't have any other information other than he's been taken to a local hospital. He's in surgery right now, and I have nothing further.
Can you tell us about the incident? How did it happen? Was he shot?
Yes, you know, so we're talking to witnesses right now. We're trying to locate witnesses that saw what happened. Obviously, we can't speak to our victim, who you know, would probably be the best source of information. So we're trying to put the pieces of the puzzle as best together as we can with the witnesses that we can locate. You know, one plea I have for anyone that's watching: if you witness this incident, please contact the San Diego Police Department. We'd be happy to hear from you to put this puzzle together.
And we just heard from the San Diego Police Lieutenant who said one person has been detained and a possible suspect is still on the loose, and that's why there is a police presence here in the area. Another point the lieutenant mentioned was all the children at the preschool here at Northminster Presbyterian Church were evacuated and they were taken to Clairemont Lutheran Church, and they are all safe. Clairemont Lutheran Church is just right across the street here, so if parents watching are wondering if their children are safe, they are, and you could get them at Clairemont Lutheran Church. Again, this shooting happened around 2 p.m. here on Clairemont Mesa Boulevard. We know one person was shot. He showed up in front of the fire station here, and he was taken to Scripps Memorial. At this point, we know one person has been detained. Witnesses say they saw possibly 2 gunmen. One of them has been detained. Another possible suspect is still on the loose, and that's what San Diego Police are looking into at this point. So if you at home have any information, call San Diego Police. For now,